Hey, how's it going? This is Josh from Books by Josh, and this is episode number 34 of the Books by Josh audio immersion. In this episode, we're talking about taking others' burdens, aka burdens. So, what inspired this podcast episode? Well, when I was listening to the audiobook version of The Richest Man in Babylon, he told the story of the donkey and the oxen, or the bull, whatever. And the donkey wanted to help his friend the ox, because the ox all day will plow the fields, this and that. And at the end of the day, donkey just had to carry a couple weights. He didn't have to plow the field every day like the oxen from sun up to sundown. So the donkey helped him out one day, and just that one day was too much for him. And this is a story that goes to almost any aspect in life, taking on someone else's burdens. So, Richest Man in Babylon is a book about money management, things of that nature. So let's apply it to finance. Say you have a friend who wants to borrow money. If, let's say it's $100 and you have $100 in your account. So you say, hey, I have the money, why not lend it to him? You could do that, but realistically, it wouldn't be the greatest idea, because if that was your last $100, you lent it to him or her or them. What happens if some sort of emergency came up? I'm not saying you should or shouldn't lend money, but you have to make sure not to take their burden. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. Prime example. Let's talk about something that's not money. You take a friend's shift at work, or a co-worker's shift at work. You work long hours for them, and you're already getting minimal sleep as it is. All you're going to get is a thank you, but yet your paycheck might be a little bit more, but the burden you're putting on your body if you're constantly doing it. When I worked security in the past, I constantly had to deal with someone that was constantly an hour or two late, and I couldn't leave till they came in to relieve me from my post. So I would work sometimes 4 p.m. all the way to 8 a.m. And then the person for 8 a.m. doesn't come until 10:30. And you may say, oh wow, you're getting all those hours. It doesn't matter. Thing is, if I don't leave there till 10:30, 11 a.m., I won't get home till, let's say, 12, 1 o'clock to be back at work at 4. It's not fair. So by helping someone, you can actually be hurting yourself. Prime example, you co-sign someone for a car or a house so they can get a house. So let's go back with the car. They don't make their payments, guess what? Even if they're your family member, relative, parent, sibling, they can end up hurting you and your credit score later on by not paying or paying late. And that affects your debt to income ratio. Same thing if you co-sign for a mortgage. Sure, they pay you for doing it. Guess what? They might be okay now, but if it's a 30-year mortgage, who's to say what happens in 10, 20 years, 29 years? What happens if the person loses his job, then die? Anything could happen, and guess what? It will end up falling on you. You might not even talk to a person anymore in 20 years, but guess what? The bank's foreclosing on the house, and it looks bad on your credit for it. They're coming after you for it. So it's just knowing when to extend yourself and when not to overextend yourself. So, say if you're a contract worker and you work on 1099 based on contracts, basically, and you itemize everything that needs to be done and the price to do everything, and the person who hired you wants you to do something else, but it's not including the job. Like, oh, it's something small. You could do it, but if you have employees, you're gonna take more time out of your employees, and you're gonna pay them, and you're gonna lose money in the long run. It's all about what you're willing to and not do. The reason for this episode is just to make you guys think. Are you overextending yourself to help your friends, family, co-workers, whoever it might be, spouse? Or you're extending yourself enough that gives you some wiggle room? I want to see you guys make the same mistakes I have. Here my security, the car thing happened to me. Things like that. You never know what will happen. Even getting someone a credit card can end up biting you in the butt. So just think about it and stay tuned for episode number 35 of the Books by Josh audio immersion. That's it for this episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.